Welcome back to Make Money with Your Blog Virtual Retreat. This is Module 6, which is Get Promoted and Get Paid and Get Paid and Get Paid. I want to say congratulations to you for writing your first blog post. Writing is one thing, but promoting it is another. So now you can get ready to show your unique gifts and talents with the world. Here are a few ways you can do exactly that. The one way you can promote your blog is to connect your blog with your social media accounts, which is Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. They have a lot of third-party resources where you can connect your blog. They have a site called Network Blogs. And also, if you were on the line with our bonus session, our guest host, Gretchen Pritz, has told us about Social Publish, which is a WordPress plugin. So if you want to know more about that WordPress plugin, go into the group and tag Gretchen and ask her about that. Okay? So another way is to comment on other blogs relevant to your industry. So what happens is, like right now, this is the blog that I go to, and it's basically an industry blog. However, it's teaching us how to write SEO, and we're just learning about things. So basically, we want to comment. This particular person was talking about how he is growing his business by outsourcing. So I added to the conversation, and I didn't just say great post. I added to the conversation, and I told him what I was struggling with and how I paid my outsourcers and how I found my outsourcers. And then other people added to the conversation, and they just started to talk. And as you can see, there's a few comments here. There may be more, but this was just like a few days ago and everything. So you want to, when you comment on blogs, you want to make sure that your blog comments are adding value to the blog itself. You don't want to just say, oh, great post. You want to go and create an in-depth post, and you want to make your post in a way where people are going to be like, wow, this was very helpful information. I want to go back to this person's blog and see what that person is about. Also, don't only comment on industry blogs. You also want to comment on blogs of your quote-unquote competitors. Because what happens is sometimes your competitors get too busy and they don't respond to bloggers. I've seen so many popular blogs out there, and I see people asking questions, and they're asking questions, and no one is answering on the blog. And I'm like, okay, they may not want clients, they may be too busy with clients, but these are people who need answers right now, and they're not serving them. So what you can do is you can scan your competitor's blog. Of course, you won't say, oh, come and buy from me, but add to the conversation. If somebody's saying a tip about social media or whatever your business is, just write about 1 to 2 sentences relevant to whatever the conversation is and keep that conversation going. And you have to read out the blog a little bit because some bloggers don't mind if you direct people back to their site as long as it's not taking away from their revenue stream. For example, if you came to my blog because I'm a writer and a social media expert and you were saying something about I'm a virtual assistant. If you need help with all this, that's fine because I'm not really a virtual assistant. I'm but I'm a writer who is writing for companies. So I don't care if a virtual assistant would come to my blog and say, hey, if you want to learn about virtual assistants, come over to my site. However, there's a thin line of promoting yourself on other people's blog comments. You have to remember that blog comments is about adding to the conversation and adding value to the conversation. It's not a place where you do promote yourself. You do a soft promote and add to the conversation and then let people decide on their own if they want to come back to you. The only way you do that on somebody else's blog is advertising. Okay. Another one that I mentioned of how you can promote your blog posts is through blog directories. One of the big directories out there, and it's been around for a long time, is called Technorati. There are many others, but basically what Technorati is, it's basically a place where you go and list your blog. You have to sign up for an account. Once you sign up for an account, they give you an option to claim your blog, and you have to go through a process of claiming your blog. But once you go through a process, what's going to happen is your blog is going to show up in, say, let's just say your business. Let's say your small business. So you're going to have a blog that shows up here. As you can see, there's different blogs, top 5 small business blogs. Okay, top 5 movers. Movers are basically people who are promoting on a consistent basis. As you can see, as I scroll down, there's a lot of different people blogging here. And this site, a blog directory like Technorati, gets a lot of traffic because they have a lot of content. They have a lot of links back to their sites. And as I said before, that's what Google likes to see. So once you get your blog established, you're going to have to do a couple of things, and then you could submit your blog to Technorati. And if there's so many other blog directories like Bloggeries, you can go online and do a search for blog directories, and so many will come up. Technorati is free. I think Bloggeries has a annual fee or a monthly fee, so you have to just go within your budget. But as I say, always do the free stuff first. And do the free stuff first and see what kind of results you get with the free stuff. Once you get results with the free stuff, then you can start investing at a higher level and go into buying blog directories, buying advertising for other blogs, and so on. Okay. Another on-the-look strategy is actually a press release. Submit a press release to promote your blog. And here's the thing. What's happening is online has a different way of submitting a press release. If you're familiar with a press release, in the old days in traditional media, a press release is simply announcing news. If you're announcing news or a survey or anything like that, if you send a press release to the Channel 9 News or your local news, and it was like, oh, this person I created a new service. They're not going to care. They don't care. They want to see something that's relevant, that's newsworthy, and that would get attention for other people. Okay? However, online PR is a little different. Online PR is designed to get links back to your site, to increase your exposure, and to increase your search engine optimization rankings. Okay, so online press releases, they don't really have to be newsworthy. However, a lot of them are following the same format of the who, what, when, why, and where, but they're not as strict as other traditional PR sites. The one I use is prlog.org. The reason why is because it's free, number one, and number two, you can submit an article or a blog post or anything like that, and it will accept it and publish it in less than a few seconds. So that way, you're getting exposure immediately after you write your blog post. And the reason why PRLog is so good as well, this has a lot of traffic. The reason why it has a lot of traffic is because it has a lot of content and a lot of links coming from all around the world. And that's what Google likes to see. So if you put your blog post on this site, you have a chance of appearing on the first page of Google. It may not be your site, but it will appear here first, and then you are able to have a link back to your site. And when people read your information, let me see if this person has a link. People read your information. If they're intrigued by it, they can just go click there and go back to your site. So submitting your blog post to sites like this is really, really effective. But remember, you always want to be consistent with that. Another way to promote your blog post is through email marketing. I personally use Aweber. I know some of you use MailChimp, Constant Contact. Oh, I don't know. There's just so many other ones. There's so many email. But I personally use Aweber because I love the interface. I love how it works. I've been using it for about 3 or 4 years now, and it's perfect for me. And what Aweber has inside is basically you have a place where you can go and connect your blog with your newsletter. So every time that you blog, it goes automatically to your newsletter list. Because you have to remember, people who are on your newsletter list may not just go to your blog. They may get busy or something like that. So that way, at least they're on your list, and then when you blog, it can go directly to them. Once they open it up, they can click on the link and go back to your blog and read the rest. Of course, there's some technical things that you have to work out there, but as I said, if you want to do that, talk to Gretchen Pritz or hire a virtual assistant that will be able to help you do that. Another way to promote your blog is guest blogging. And guest blogging is very effective because let's say you have a small list or you want to increase your audience. Why not go to someone who has that is serving the same audience that you want to serve. However, is you're not competing with that audience for the same for the same clientele. Maybe you are. I have to use this example, but maybe you're a social media manager. I know a lot of social media managers are writers. However, a lot of social media managers are not. So maybe you're a social media manager and you're looking for a writer to come guest blog on your blog. So that way you can manage the social media part, and then the writer that comes, she can add value to your clients. This way you're not taking away from each other's clientele. Okay? So when you guest blog, you want to make sure that you're guest blogging to add value to someone's audience. But what guest blogging does, it helps you get more exposure. It helps get links back to your website, because remember, with search engine optimization, links are one of the most important elements of search getting to the first page of Google. Okay, so when you guest blog, you always want to add value to the conversation. Guest blogging has many benefits. It can increase your traffic. It can increase your search engine rankings, and you can get a flood of traffic within one day, a couple of hours. You know, like as I said before, there's a site like Early to Rise, and it's a lifestyle blog. However, their traffic model is a lot of different people guest blog on here. I know a few business colleagues that have guest blogged on this site and have received 500 to 1,000 new people on their list with one blog post. But here's the thing. A thing about guest blogging, without getting too technical, what you want to do is have a great bio box. Let me see if this person has a bio box. When you guest blog, they let you write a little bio box about yourself. And that bio box, you want it to be really stellar. You don't just want to say, well, hi, I'm a social media manager, visit my site. Or you don't want to say, I'm a hypnotist, visit my site. You have to have an engaging and compelling bio box. That's if the blogging site lets you, because I know some people who guest blog or who accept guest bloggers, they have some strict guidelines, so you can only do certain things. But most of the ones that I've seen, they let you do a lot. So you can write, instead of saying I'm a social media manager, maybe you can say something like, discover 3 ways to increase more traffic to your Facebook fan page today. Visit me at www.socialmediamanager.com to grab your free copy of How to Master Facebook. Okay? So if you say something like that, that's more enticing than just saying, oh, I'm a social media manager. You want to have something that pops to get people back to your website to get to know, like, and trust you. So guest blogging is very effective, but you just have to know where to go and who to blog for. So usually if you just do a Google search, you could probably, whatever your topic is, guest blogging for social media, guest blogging for hypnosis, just guest blogging for anything. And matter of fact, I didn't know this until recently. Someone pointed me out, like Social Media Today, I thought that it was like a site like Social Media Examiner, which is Social Media Examiner is a really good site. And I'm saying social media a lot because I know there's a lot of social media experts on the call today. And Social Media Today, if you guys did not know, you can actually go to Social Media Today. And let me see if I could do this. I don't want to go to different sites like I did the other day. So if you go to Social Media Today, basically what you can do is actually write for them, and they'll approve it. I think it's not as strict as e-zine articles. E-zine articles used to be really easy to write for, but now since the Google Panda and Google Penguin updates and stuff, it's very hard to get accepted, your article accepted on sites like ezinearticles.com. Okay, but anyway, you can actually write for Social Media Today, and they have a lot of traffic. People are going there every day, and what's good about them, they actually email. If you sign up for their email list, they will email you like the top articles of the day and all of that. So you can write there. They have simple guidelines. They're not strict as others or anything like that. So just think about all that traffic you can get from marketing your business on Social Media Today. I think you can also guest blog on Social Media Examiner, but they have like a lot of strict guidelines because they produce a lot of content from a lot of great marketers and master marketers and social media places. So just think about the places where you can guest blog and write a list about 4 or 5 places that you can go and ask if they accept guest blogging. Most of them don't pay. There's a few that do, so you can be lucky. But here's the thing. Guest blogging is for you to get more exposure. Another one is actually advertising. Did you know that you can go and advertise on other people's blogs? Of course, they have to have an advertising model, but if you look deep enough, you can go to different sites and see what blogs are offering advertising. So for example, this is an advertisement right here. Full Sail University probably paid Social Media Today a few dollars, not few, but a couple of $100 for them to have a blog post, a banner ad right there. So just think about other blogs that you can blog on or go to and create a nice advertising campaign, but that's later down the line. What I want you to do if you're just starting out blogging, you want to get your feet wet because you probably have a lot of mistakes and you will learn from your mistakes, but I would just go to a few people and see if they offer guest blogging. And if they do offer to be a guest blogger, and start building your traffic that way to your blog. Another one is Facebook groups. You can go into Facebook groups to look for certain blogs. Like this one, my friend told me, this is called the Ultimate Blog Challenge, and this is actually a group of bloggers as well as business owners and just people who are blogging and trying to promote their business. I went over here. There's about over 1,400 people in this group, and you could just look through it and scan here, and you see a lot of people are just blogging, promoting their blog here, and you can scroll through and see if something pops out at you, and if something pops out at you, you can just go back and read it. So imagine if you were participating in this kind of blogging group, and you had your blog, you could just go in here, pop your blog on, and you have over 1,400 eyeballs looking at your blog. I'm pretty sure one of them or some of them will come back to your website and look at your blog and learn more about you. Okay, so those are a few ways to promote your blog. Of course, it can get more into detail, but as some of you told me, you guys were a little overwhelmed, so I don't want to overwhelm you. So I'm just giving you the basics of a few ways that you can promote your blog. Okay, so that's going to close up the call today, but I did want to tell you, I wanted to share a few things with you today because it's very important that you know that you can make money with your blog. So give yourselves a big pat on the back and applaud yourselves because I really thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to learn about blogging and to invest in yourself. I know the title is Make Money with Your Blog, and you will make money with your blog. You just have to start with the basics. Because let me tell you something. First, what happens is a lot of people will tell you, oh, you can make money with your blog. Just throw up a website, get a blog, put a domain name up there, and that's it. But there's more to it than that. Because what they fail to tell you is if you don't have compelling content, if you're not promoting and generating buzz for your blog, if you're not getting link backs, if you don't have good SEO, you will not make money with your blog. That's why it's very important to learn these blogging basics before you start going out there and blogging. But if you have a great blogging strategy, compelling content, and compelling content is one of the most important aspects of blogging because if you don't have good content, nobody's going to come to your site. You have to also have great SEO and just a lot of link backs to your site, and you will make money with your blog. And while SEO is very helpful, you can't rely on it alone. You have to remember there are thousands, if not millions, of other blogs competing for the same audience that you are. So you have to find fun and creative ways to promote your blog and get your message out there. The key is to write and promote your blog on a consistent basis. Once you do that, you will be making more money with your blog and helping more people. And I can't stress enough how important it is that you have compelling content. You need to learn to learn and master how to write great blog posts that get read, shared, and increases your sales. It's very, very important because a lot of people say, oh, I want to make money with my blog. I want to make money with my blog. And then they start blogging, and then they're just blogging blindly. Like it's like blind archery. So you have to make sure once you start blogging, you have to have a strategy. The strategy is important, but then you have to have compelling content, because once you have compelling content, everything else follows. And compelling content is for the search engines and for the readers. Compelling content means having a great image, a great title, bullet points, making the blog post short and digestible for people to read and understand you, and just making it juicy and exciting. Once you have compelling content, everything else will follow. You'll start getting more links back. You'll start getting more buzz. You'll start getting better search engine rankings. And then when people start coming to your site, they're going to be like, wow, this is really great content. I have to bookmark it. I have to share it on social media, and then your content will spread like wildfire. That's what you want it to do. So that's why I cannot stress enough. Before you make any money with your blog, make sure you have compelling content. And when you have compelling content, that's how you're going to make the real money with your blog. So again, I thank you for tuning in to the Make Money with Your Blog virtual retreat. It's been an awesome time, and I'm glad that I was able to serve you and help you help more people. Until next time, I'm wishing you love, prosperity, and lots of abundance. Nina Lewis signing out. Thank you.